Welcome back to Beyond the Rabbit Hole. Tonight, we're peeling back the shiny surface of alien contact and stepping into something far more intimate and infinitely stranger. The universe's greatest mystery may not be in distant galaxies, but in the uncharted territories of our own consciousness. What if the lights in the sky, the paralysis, the cold table, the strange figures that peer into your soul aren't about them, but about you? What if the grays aren't from Zeta Reticuli, but from deep within our own psyche? What if every abduction story is actually an ancient initiatory drama playing out beneath the thin veneer of modern technological imagery? The classic abduction narrative of sleep paralysis, missing time, examination, implants, telepathy, hybrid children reads less like sci-fi and more like an initiation rite. Across ancient traditions, initiates were removed from their communities, symbolically dismantled, transformed, and returned, changed. The abduction follows the same archetypal map: violation, transformation, return, a ritual in modern disguise. Carl Jung called UFOs modern myths, symbols erupting from the collective unconscious during moments of personal or cultural crisis. When our rational frameworks fail to contain our deepest anxieties and yearnings, the psyche speaks in the language of living symbol. Through this lens, the grays become the trickster, the other, the self as stranger. They're not here to hurt us, but to force integration with the shadow, those aspects of ourselves we've disowned or repressed. The paralysis represents surrender of ego control. The examination symbolizes deep introspection. The implants, seeds of encoded insight. The trauma feels authentic precisely because it represents a genuine psychological death and rebirth, the dismantling of old identity structures to make way for something new. Many experiencers gain psychic abilities, undergo radical life shifts, experience spiritual awakenings. These aren't side effects, they're symptoms of activation, the hallmarks of psychological integration following ego death. The abduction experience changes you because that's precisely its function. Even the technological elements, clinical settings, medical procedures, genetic manipulation reflect our cultural anxieties while disguising an ancient process. The hybrid children may symbolize synthesis of shadow and soul, a new self born from previously fragmented aspects. The missing time parallels the loss of ego dominance during psychological breakthrough. Abductions typically occur in liminal states, the borderlands between waking and sleeping, when boundaries between conscious and unconscious are most permeable. In these twilight realms, the rules of ordinary reality dissolve, allowing deeper truths to emerge in symbolic form. These are precisely the conditions where the deeper self communicates through powerful, symbolic imagery. The being's telepathic communication echoes how intuition speaks to us, not in words, but in direct knowing. Perhaps this is why so many experiencers report a profound sense of recognition, as if meeting something both utterly alien and intimately familiar. Maybe abduction experiences function as a kind of psycho-spiritual technology, a dream state intelligence contact system. The abduction isn't random victimization, but a summons from the self, compelling us toward greater wholeness through a modern, mythological container. Jung called the shadow the part of the psyche we reject. What better mask for it to wear than something non-human? The alien isn't a visitor, it's a mirror, and it's trying to wake you up. So maybe we were never abducted. Maybe we were summoned by the self. The grays, with their large knowing eyes, aren't here to take you away. They're here to bring you back to yourself, to that strange, silent, unnameable part that has waited a lifetime to be seen. Some UFOs don't fly across space, they rise up from within.